Level 1. Arcade dwellers. Bonus round. Let's go. Time for a rematch.
All right, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, Big Dog Brett. Yes, I'm still here. I made it. I didn't. Oh man, like what an incredible last several days. Isify, I think your button's stuck, bruh. All right, let's see who we got in here. I think I saw Pastor Dave right off the rip. Hey, what's up, Pastor Dave? Neo, thank you so much for being here. Charles Doyle, Pastor Dave, one of our resident members, one of our founding members, actually. Appreciate the support, sir. Alfonso Davis, Neo, Billy, Bonnie, Zephyroth, Isify, Texas Rocks. To Neil, how you doing? Glad you guys are back. So, sorry the stream started a little bit late today. Had some other stuff going on. Had to take care of that, so I didn't have time to quite get ready the way I like to get ready, which is to fix this, whatever this is. It's terrible. Yeah. What's up? I don't know if that's Jorge or George, but I think it's Jorge based on the last name. But yeah. All right. So lots to talk about. We're going to give everybody a few more minutes to jump on. While we're waiting for everybody to jump on, I got like 10 things I got to close out here. Too much going on. It's too much. I'm going to pull up ESPN. I'm going to go and pull up the schedule for the bowl games. We're going to talk about some of that today. We're also going to talk about the college football playoff, the scheduling, what games are coming up, what games I want to see, what games I think are good matchups, what games I think are bad matchups, the whole nine. Now, of course, this Saturday, you got Army versus Navy. I'm always going to pull for Army. I'm a veteran, Army veteran. And so I got to pull for Army. They don't always win, but I got to pull for Army. So there's that. So What's going on, Charles? Web Pain, man, love this guy. This guy right here, one of my heroes for sure, for sure. Top 10 list, no doubt. You on the same, just so you know, Web, you on the same list as Mr. Herschel Walker. So, what's up, 225 girl? You are absolutely correct. The season flew by. Man, where did it go? Oh no, we're almost back. Almost back to the drought, the great drought. But just to guys let you know, we are not going to be closing the channel down over the off season. Let me address this. And you're welcome, Web Pain, for sure, sir. You've done a lot for me. I appreciate it. Bill, I see you got in a picture there with my ex-girlfriend. Don't know how you pull that off. I think you might be trolling me. But in the off season, what we're gonna do is we're gonna do National Signing Day, which is it's about a week from today. I think it's the 15th. It might be the 13th. I have to double check. We'll see how Georgia ends up on National Signing Day. Expect a lot of flips from a lot of different schools. There will be the coaching carousel that kind of goes on the offseason. We're going to cover that. We're going to talk about we're going to have Slob Olympics coming up in March. As you guys know, I am the resident Slob Olympian, first ever Slob Olympian champion, and the gold medalist, as it were, in multiple events. We're going to be talking about the off season. The recruiting early signing period is in December, and then there's another one later in the season. We're also going to be talking about spring practice when it pops up, I think in June, April, May, or June. I can never remember. Then we'll get into the G-Day game. That'll be coming up. I think that is in April for sure. I think last year it was on the 17th. So I'll be going to that. I always go to that if at all feasible. And then we'll start talking about the right after that, we'll start doing the season predictions, the breakdown videos. I like to do the top returning players every year. Where's the music video? I haven't made it yet. I've been looking at several different songs, and I'm trying to find the ones I like the most. I wanted to try and make this one a little special, but we'll get there. Don't worry. But I will get that out, Johnny Red Dot. Don't you worry. Bill Bonnie, this is Brett. I like you. I'm a Bama fan. My jokes are not personal. Sir, if I took jokes personal, I'd never be able to do this. I can show you in about 2 seconds here why that doesn't bother me. Because if I just go to my YouTube channel here, excuse me, every single time that I go to my channel, let me pull up studio, go dashboard. I mean, it doesn't matter whether it's been 5 minutes or 10 minutes. I have literally hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of comments across different videos, across different platforms. And I mean, I'm just going to pull one up here. Kirby Smart is laughing at you right now. I like Bennett. Your defense is overrated. Wow, that incredible Georgia defense. I saw this coming a mile away. Cry me a river. Y'all got all these excuses. Looks to me like you let them win. This is going to be a demolition. Ha, 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 you're stupid. I mean, if that stuff bothered me, I'd never be able to do this. I mean, this is nonstop. And what kills me is like the people that post this stuff, like the negative stuff, it doesn't faze me a bit. I mean, people are going to troll you. If you get into doing this, people are going to troll you. Like the first year, really, year and a half, at least year and a half. It was every time I turned around, oh, you're fat. Oh, you're fat. And I'm like, guys, you know how many people have called me fat at this point? I don't care. It doesn't bother me. I like who I am. So if you want to be, like that, that's on you. It doesn't bother me. But yeah, so Bill, feel free. I don't take them personally. There's people that make jokes about the teams, and that's fine. Some people make it personal, and it doesn't bother me either. You were just talking about the team, so you're good. What's up, Shelly Mac? Kirby is secretly working for Alabama. Has been for a long time. You're gonna have trolls, you the man. I appreciate that, sir. You're gonna have trolls if you do this, and you have any amount of success, meaning that you get anybody to come watch your channel. You're gonna have a lot of people who troll you. Best on YouTube. I appreciate that, sir. Appreciate that. I don't think of myself that way. I'm glad some of you guys would rather spend your time with me than doing something else. So it's flattering that anybody ever shows up to this for me. When I was here, you wrote the TV. I never knew how the algorithm found you. So the broken TV one was probably my most out of character one I've ever done. So yeah. But the broken TV one, that was a fun one. Obviously I was a little skeptical about posting that one, but I was, or leaving it up. I was pretty upset. But yeah. How do you think Kirby will start versus Michigan Big Dog? Who do I think? Oh, I think he's gonna be Stetson Bennett. I think it's Stetson Bennett all the way, unfortunately. What's up, Steve Pearson? I don't know. Brett, I would drink a beer with you, and I'm not a beer drinker. I appreciate that, sir. I do enjoy a beverage from time to time. But looks like we got about 38 people in here so far. Let me do this. And let me do this. And then let me mute it. Yeah, I got to talk too much. I think we got about 36 watching in right now. I'm only about 10 thumbs up. Do me a favor. Hit that thumbs up, guys. You guys are awesome. Yeah, I appreciate it. You should do a top haters comment video. I should. I really should. That is something I should do. Brett, makes sense though that never should have happened. You must state your answer in the form of a question that I can understand. So you got to bring it down to my level. So let's kind of jump into the bowl schedule here. Friday, December 17th is where we're going to see the first bowl, and it's going to be the Bahamas Bowl. It's a great name though, but it's only Middle Tennessee versus Toledo. It's at noon on ESPN. Then we have the Tail Greeter Cure Bowl. I don't know what in the world that is. Northern Illinois versus Coastal Carolina. That might actually end up being a pretty good game. Same day, 6 p.m. You can watch the Bahamas Bowl on ESPN, and you can watch the Tail Greeter Cure Bowl. I don't know what that is. On ESPN too. Both of those are also on the ESPN app. If you have YouTube TV, you get that access to the ESPN app for free. Like the content on ESPN, you get that for free as part of the package. The roofclaim.com Boca Raton Bowl is on December 18th at 11 a.m. And all these are going to be on the ESPN app. So I'm not going to mention that again, but it's also going to be on ESPN. Then you got the Cricket Celebration Bowl. I wonder if it's going to be quiet. The South Carolina State versus Jackson State on ABC. The PUBG Mobile New Mexico Bowl. These bowl names are. I need to make a video about how dumb some of the name of these bowl games are, and this ain't even the worst one yet, guys. Like I hadn't even gotten to all the bad ones. Rebel 44. Let's start with the spam, my guy. We can read here. But yes, I was alive in 1980. Matter of fact, I was alive for all 12 months in 1980. So I thought I had some mods in here, man. Where's all my mods at? So let's do this. I bet you I can do this real quick. Bang. Charles Doyle, you've been around for a long time. Pastor Dave, how are you not a mod? It's been a while since I've added mods, really. Texas Rocks, how are you not a mod? You're now a mod. Isify. He's been around for a while. He's a mod. Webpain, one of our members, he's now a mod. Let's see. Tennille, mod. Zephyroth, mod. All right, let's see if the nonsense maintains. That's be good now. What's up, Gray man? I haven't put mods on my channel in so long because 99% of the time I don't have any problems, so I really don't. The problem never arises. But every now and then, like after Georgia loses a game or something, then I got to go in and put mods again. Thank you, Charles. Appreciate that. CRM Baller, what's up? I always talk trash, Georgia. I always trash talk Georgia or talk trash Georgia. I'm not sure which, but I respect you. I appreciate that, sir. Trash talk is part of it, but there's a certain point where it's a little bit obnoxious. I think Ohio State is playing Utah in the Rose Bowl, so let's do hopefully Ohio State wins the game by half. I think Ohio State will win that game, but again, something I got to bring up. I don't think I brought this up yet, but I do need to bring it up. There's going to be a lot of players that opt out of these games, and some of these players are high profile. It's usually the higher profile players. And that can greatly affect the game. Homegrown Cowboy says Georgia must beat Michigan. No doubt, sir. No doubt. Brett, I understand why were Georgia fans hating on Bama and talking so much trash before the game. There were a lot of Georgia fans that were talking trash, and you'll see this out of a lot of YouTube content creators, especially those of us that are more on the entertainment side. Like we try to entertain a little bit. We don't just report stats, There's a certain amount of fun that can go into trash talking. But you got to be one of those people that if you dish it out, you got to be able to take it. And I can take it. Uncle Lou, he does a great job. He puts out quality content and he can take it. Between the trenches, does the same thing. He trash talks and he can take it. It's all kind of part of it. I was trash before. I don't like Georgia, but I hate Michigan more. Charles Dole says, I want Michigan to get humiliated versus Georgia. Well, didn't Michigan play Florida a couple years ago in a bowl game and get just absolutely bent over? Georgia, please beat Michigan. I hope Cincinnati beats Alabama. One of the reasons a lot of Georgia fans were talking trash about Alabama is because Alabama is a big hurdle for Georgia. And it's one of those things where if you talk trash and you get beat, it's like, well, it's Alabama. You got beat. What did you think was going to happen? But if you talk trash and you beat Alabama, it's like, hey, man, I was talking trash the whole time, So, yeah, that's kind of like that. I think Georgia shouldn't be in the playoffs. And if Georgia wins out, it's not going to be the same, though. I don't understand what you mean, sir, because the whole reason for the college football playoff is to get in the 4 best teams. So either you believe that the college football playoff has a legitimate reason to be there, or you don't. If you don't, then you got to go back to the BCS days where it's just the opinion of what 2 best teams. And so then you're stuck. Will Anderson greater than Aiden Hutchinson? That is probably true. I don't know if Michigan will have enough offense. Got to pass the ball. I guarantee you they're going to spend 4 weeks figuring out how to throw the ball against Georgia. That's what they're going to do. They're going to look at everything Alabama did, and they're going to try and imitate it. That's exactly what they're going to do. They're the only team this year that has done anything against Georgia, and when they did it, they did everything they wanted to do. So that's going to be the game plan. If Georgia will make an adjustment on how they play against that quarterback, they'll have a much better chance going in if we end up playing them again. The Beast Base says, I didn't say a word about Alabama coming into this game, but every Georgia fan coast to coast ran that mouth on the Tide, so Alabama took that personally. That's going to happen, dude. That's going to happen until Georgia beats Alabama. Georgia really feels like it's their time, that Alabama's had their fair share, and now it's time for Georgia. And so Georgia fans see Alabama as the major obstacle. So until Georgia fans are able to get past that, that's where the animosity is going to be. Georgia's not shaking mad at Florida or Auburn or Georgia Tech or Tennessee like we usually are in regular years. It's just Alabama. That's the only team that Georgia has a problem with right now. So that's why there's so much built up there. I hope Georgia dominates Michigan. I hate Michigan. I wonder how well Michigan is going to run ball against Georgia. Probably not very well. I mean, Alabama was only able to get 100 yards. What's up, Bulldog JC? I've seen some ridiculous comments from both sides. I have too, but that's college football. Tennessee I guess what he's trying to say is Tennessee did expose Georgia a little. Brett, any chance that Vandy can win the SEC championship next season? Yes. but it's an extremely small chance because every other team in the SEC would have to quit playing football entirely. They'd forfeit every game. If Nick wins his 8th national champ, man, he's definitely the best, no doubt. He's definitely the best, no doubt, anyway. I mean, a lot of people want to say Bear Bryant, but, I mean, Nick Saban's doing this in the current environment of college football. You know, it's different now. It's much different now. The players are better now. They're faster now. They're bigger now. I mean, it's just different. Bama's third-string center started Saturday, and he is from Buford, Georgia. Do you know where that is? I do know where Buford, Georgia is. Yes, sir. Remember I told you that Georgia can't win with Stetson Bennett. Oh, I don't doubt it. There's no doubt about it. I know, no doubt about it. Back to these bowl games, though. Radiance Technology Independence Bowl, UAB versus BYU. Yeah. The Lending Tree Bowl. Jimmy Kimmel LA Bowl. The R&L Carriers New Orleans Bowl. The only one that's got a decent name so far is this one. The Myrtle Beach Bowl presented by Tax Act. I'm fine with that one. The Bahamas Bowl is cool too. December 20th, that's on December 20th on a Monday. So just so you know, these are like Saturday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. The Lockheed Martin Armed Forces Bowl. That's a cool name. Missouri versus Army. Army's going to destroy them. Thursday on December the 23rd is the Frisco Football Classic, North Texas versus Miami of Ohio. Just a second. I hate that ESPN does that. You'll be on a page for 10 minutes, and all of a sudden, man, they'll just start playing music. It's like, dude, if I wanted your music, you know, I'd have done that by now. So what was this guy doing? Hold on a second here. Did you guys have to time out that guy again? All right, there. I blocked him. I'm just done with that. I don't need that nonsense. Sparky says, what Sparky say? At Big Dog Brett showed his face again after the Alabama beatdown. I don't know what Rolf Linso is, but okay. Royce Hart, how you doing, sir? Love you, sir. Big Dog Brett, I'm still devastated myself from last week. Sad I didn't even show up for the game. Oh, I agree 100%. 100%. What's my real thoughts on Bryce Young? He's probably win the Heisman. I mean, how can you say he shouldn't? Look at what he's done. Here's my next favorite bowl. Followed up by my next favorite bowl. The famous Idaho Potato Bowl. Yes, sir. And the Tropical Smoothie Cafe Frisco Bowl. Man, those are great names. Boo for this name. Union Home Mortgage Gasparilla Bowl. Golly, what a mouthful that is. I'd be one of those kids that goes to that from UCF versus Florida, going home with a swag bag with the name on it's bigger than the bag. It's terrible. Easy Post Hawaii Bowl. Lame. Tax Act Camellia Bowl. Lame. Quick Lane Bowl. That sounds like something you do on bowling night. Yeah, coming up at 8:00, guys. We'll be starting the Quick Lane Bowl. Good call, Brett. You don't have to put up with the idiots on Facebook. I do. Let's see. There's somebody who said something there. Damian Lillard says, at Big Dog Brett, Georgia sucks. Go Gators. Florida man confused again. I think Cincinnati might give Bama a game, but Bama might come through. That's one of those things I'm still scratching my head about, and I'm going to scratch my head about, and Bama fans are going to look at me like I'm crazy. But if the same team that played LSU shows up and plays like that, or the same team that played Auburn, or the same team that played Florida shows up and plays like that, Cincinnati can win that game. Not saying they will, not saying they should, but I'm saying if they don't play a good game, they could win. How confident are you going all the way now? About as confident as I was. Georgia is still favored. I think Georgia is slightly less favored to win the national championship than Alabama. So, Yeah. What's up, D4? Just because D4 jumped in here, I'll do this. Oh, and for those of you that've made it this far, if you know who BVD is, Big Vol Daddy, go over and check out his channel and subscribe. He's back in the hospital again, I believe. So he was supposed to do a live show tonight. He's not going to be doing one. But go over there and show him some support, show him some love. He's in a bad spot. Hopefully we can get him well and get him back on the air again. Well, the O-line is fixed up now. Yeah, but how fixed up is it? You know? What's up? Different.
What up?
Same shirt, different day, brother.
I feel you.
Going over these bowl games, man. It seems like every year they get more and more ridiculous.
Yeah,
now help me out here.
The Gasparilla.
That's ridiculous. So help me out here. So you've got let me find it. Where's that? The Lockheed Martin Armed Air Force Bowl. And then you have the Military Bowl. But the Military Bowl is Boston College versus East Carolina.
Right.
How about this one? Ticket Smarter Birmingham Bowl. The Serve Pro First Responder Bowl, which is Air Force Louisville. Seems like Air Force Louisville should have been the Military Bowl. I'm just saying.
Or something involving, the Army team or,
Yeah. Well, they're in the Armed Forces Bowl, so I just left them there. Then you've got the AutoZone Liberty Bowl, San Diego County Credit Union. Come on, man. The Holiday Bowl.
They're getting desperate now.
The Guaranteed Rate Bowl. Oh, it gets worse. The Wasabi Fenway Bowl. The New Era Pinstripe Bowl. My personal off-brand favorite as far as not being like Peach, Cotton Bowl, Rose Bowl. The Cheez-It Bowl.
The Cheez-It.
You can't beat Clemson, so you're in the Cheez-It Bowl. And it just so happens that this year Clemson's in the Cheez-It Bowl. I made me and my daughter, she's got an excellent singing voice. I got a terrible one. So we made a Christmas track last year. You guys should go find that. It's I think it was like Big Dog Brett's Holiday Classics or something. So we made fun of like all the teams. Florida was one of them. Tennessee was one of them, and that was one of the things that my daughter had the biggest laugh out of. It was like, can't beat Clemson, so you're in the Cheez-It Bowl. Like we had to re-record that line like 6 times, man. Hey, Stefan or Steven Jackson, sir, you gotta show your face before I let you on the air. We've had people do ridiculous stuff. So if you hit your camera for me, you can cut it back off. I'll let you in. And he left. The Valero Alamo Bowl.
Well, that's where Texas usually resides. I'm damn shocked.
Yeah. Oregon versus Oklahoma, though. How weird is that?
Man, that's the battle of what do you call it? I don't know what you call that. The battle of
the no defense.
Yeah,
no defense bowl.
Well, both of their number one defenders opted out. So,
oh, look what I'm not going to read this. I'm going to let you read it. Read this for me, D4.
The Tampax Tampon Bowl.
Somebody put the Winn-Dixie Bowl. Oh, man. All that orange at the Cheez-It Bowl. You're right. The Duke's Mayo Bowl. North Carolina versus South Carolina. See, that fits. I'm okay with that. The Trans Perfect Music Bowl. I don't know what in the world Trans Perfect is.
I don't either.
Scared to ask.
I'm about to look that up. Hold on a second.
No, don't. You'll end up on that site.
It's just
Chick-fil-A.
It's legal solutions.
Then you got the and one of my other personal favorites here. I love Chick-fil-A. If you don't like Chick-fil-A, something's wrong with you. That is the large chicken, and it is delicious. They make some killer sandwiches over there. The Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl, Michigan State versus Pittsburgh. The SRS Distribution Las Vegas Bowl. The Tax Slayer Gator Bowl. You ain't ready for this next one. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Tony the Tiger Sun Bowl. And then Barstool Sports Arizona Bowl. I don't even know what that means. And then you got the college football playoff. You obviously got the Cotton Bowl, which is Goodyear, and the Orange Bowl, which is Capital One. So those are decent. Then on January, then we start with the decent stuff, right? A little more reasonable. The Camping World Bowl. Yeah, man. This stuff. So then the place let's start. Okay. January 1st, Saturday, ton of great football. It kinda sucks that the college football playoff is on December 31st, and then you got to watch all the bowl games the next day. I would rather have watched all the bowl games and then watch the college football playoff game. January 1st, Outback Bowl, Penn State versus Arkansas. I'm going to take Arkansas.
I'll take Arkansas.
The Verba Citrus Bowl, Iowa versus Kentucky. I'll take Iowa.
I'll take Kentucky.
I think Iowa's going to be pissed after that loss. I think they're going to want to tear this team's head off. But
I think one's got an offense and one's got an unpredictable offense.
Yes.
And I think Kentucky has the more stable offense with Wando Robinson and Rodriguez and all them, as opposed to just the unstable, don't know what you're going to get Iowa that started 3 different quarterbacks.
Right. So Jim Harbaugh might get fired after this game. He won't. He made it to the college football playoff. There's no way they're going to fire him. That guy could whip it out on a 50-yard line and relieve himself, and they would give him an extension. Let's see, the PlayStation Fiesta Bowl. Fiesta Bowl has always been one of my favorite games. Dame versus Oklahoma State. I'm going to take Oklahoma State.
I'm with you. I think that defense is going to prevail.
I do too.
Even though they just lost their defensive coordinator though.
Oh well, yeah, they're just going to call the same plays they ran all year. That's all they're going to do. The Rose Bowl game presented by Capital One Venture X, which I would rather they do the bowl game names like this. Rose Bowl presented by Capital One Venture X. I'm fine with that. Ohio State versus Utah. Depends on who plays and who doesn't play, but I could very easily pick either team in this game.
Who were the 2 teams? I'm sorry.
Yeah. If Ohio State, if they have a couple of key players that opt out, I'll take Utah. If they play them straight up, I'll take Ohio State.
Utah's one of those teams that I don't think you really want to play them right now.
Yeah, they're hot right now.
Yeah. Cam Rising.
It's also 4 weeks away. So
Cam Rising is has rejuvenated that Utah offense, and their defense is playing lights out. I mean, they completely embarrassed Oregon.
Yeah. Brett, remember they restructured his contract to reduce buyout. They did, but that was before he made the playoffs. There's only been a handful of teams that ever make the playoffs. Michigan's made it. I think this is like the 3rd time Michigan's made it, and I think it's the 2nd time Georgia's made it. There's only been like 4 or 5 teams that's ever made it more than once.
No, Michigan's never made the playoff before.
Are you sure?
Yeah, it's been Bama, Clemson, Ohio State, Notre Dame, Michigan State did.
Is that what I'm thinking? Michigan State?
Yeah, I think Michigan State did. Yeah,
that might be what I'm thinking then.
I got some craziness going on in the comment section.
Well, this one guy just keeps coming back for trouble here.
Yeah.
When you guys see somebody spamming like that, just block them from the channel entirely. Just block them entirely. Hang on one second. I'm making some mods. I'm making some more mods.
Okay.
I had some in here. I guess they left. Hang on. Where's Jay Shipes? I know he's good people. Are you a mod D4? You should be.
I'm not.
Derek Stevens is always in there. He's a mod. Bulldog JC. He's a mod.
I'll call him in real quick.
Pizza Woman. Mod. Tennille says she's working. I'll make all the people I know mods. I mean, it's just, there we go. I gotta go over here to the other stream to be able to do this and wait for it to pop up. Some people just like
they just live to do that shit, don't they?
some people do. What's up, Nate?
Nate the Great. I guarantee you he's happy.
Oh yeah. Yeah, he's ready for this ass whooping. I don't see yours pop up yet. There we go. Oh, you Yardbird. So this guy, whoever this guy is dedicated to the cause, man. Because he keeps making new ones. I think it's impressive. It's flattering to me. First off, that somebody would go through all that trouble to keep doing it, to keep coming back.
All right.
You know, it's all trash talk. Another personally, it doesn't bother me, dude. I don't see your I don't see you over here on the other side, man.
Hold on a second. Let me comment again.
I am Rick James B. There you go. All right, now you're a mod. There we go.
Yeah.
So what happened to Trenches, man? I ain't seen Trenches in a hot minute.
I don't know. He was over on Chess's stream a minute ago.
Well, he done got mad at me.
I don't know.
All right, mods, y'all need to get on these people, man. Just block them immediately. Or does it only let you guys put them in timeout?
No, you can hide user.
There we go. Toby the dog.
Golly.
Oh, you know what I can do? Where is the...
Only if you're subscribed.
Yeah, I got to figure out how to do that real quick. I know there's a way to do it. Yeah, just put them in timeout. I'll block them. Not a big deal.
Damn, you're under attack.
Boy, they love me, don't they? Look at all these guys, man. They love me so much. Let's see. I think it's hilarious, man.
I'm gonna let Jay handle it now. We're going back and forth, hiding and unhiding.
Hey, y'all keep spamming me, dude. I think it's hilarious, man. It's freaking awesome. Keep at it.
You're gonna have the record for comments,
dude. I'm living rent free in this guy's head like I have never seen, man. Hey, just so you guys know, everybody in my stream, this does not bother me. I find this hilarious. It may bother y'all, but for me to get somebody so wound up that this is what they have to resort to, man, this is hilarious. It's like this is them confirming that I have absolutely got their goat. 100% got living in my realm. 100%. Look at this.
Oh, you forgot the EE and FF and RR. Oh man.
Yeah, it doesn't bother me a bit, dude. It's hilarious to me. It's hilarious to me. This dude actually put a picture on his. Hilarious, man.
Texas Rock said he needed a little more money for this job.
I'm just gonna start reporting all these for spam, and then eventually they'll be blocked by their IP. So they'll block their IP address.
Tennessee facing to take over the SEC East.
Yeah, they got a Decepticons. Yeah, look at him in there, dude.
Oh, Mrs. Clan Attack joined the club.
Oh, I saw Grandpa a while ago.
Oh, look, it's a family affair.
And 3 people timed that dude out like bang, bang, bang. Finkel and Einhorn. Einhorn and Finkel. Yeah, too bad all the timeouts don't add up. It ain't. Hey, yeah, I think it's hilarious. This guy's wasting his own time. He ain't bothering me. This guy's wasting his own time. You can't get this. You can't get somebody this fired up unless you're doing something right.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God, a dog just died outside. Why do you got to share that information? We saw the dogs die on Saturday.
My son won his first 2 wrestling matches of the year today.
You know, that's what happens when you compete in women's sports.
He's wrestling. He's 6'3", but he's wrestling the 215 division.
Oh man, I seen Nacho Libre too.
You're right. And pinned a kid in I think it was 32 seconds today.
Wow, that's pretty quick.
Yeah, man. Kid didn't.
That reminds me of one of my records in high school. It took him about that long to pin me. I am the only guy in high school wrestling that ever tried to stab a guy with an ice skate.
Oh wow!
Did you ever see Happy Gilmore?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
So you don't have a beard, but if you ever get one,
I did
you
have.
should get this stuff. You should get this.
I did. I have the beard ball.
So good.
I have the beard ball, but the old lady hates the beard, and I have to shave it into a goatee.
No, man. Yeah, Pastor Dave's like, I'm used to it. I'm on a mod with a channel with 2,700 members. Jeez. 27,000 members, excuse me. 27,000 members or 27,000 subscribers? Tennessee hangs 50 on Purdue. Wow. Can't shave the beard. I look 15. So I grew out my beard one time. And the second time, I can't grow like a mountain man beard. I wish I could, but I can't. I have spots that it won't grow no matter what I do. If you ever seen Joe Dirt, it was like this is the way this grows in naturally. This is not shaped. This is just the way it grows. So it took a long time to get this to come in. Well, then one time I shaved it all off. And I come out of the bathroom, and my wife and my daughter, I thought were going to shank me. Like, they were not happy. And I was like, are you serious? I'm like, you gotta be kidding me, dude. I was like, you guys are that upset about this? And they're like, yes, go back in there and put it back on. I'm like, it doesn't work that way. It just does not work that way.
Not at all. The Sparky Show. What are you using on the beard? Is that a beard balm, right?
Yeah, I've got a couple of different kind. This one it's called the Essential Company. It's beard balm, but it smells like citrus and pine trees. That stuff smells amazing. And then I have if I'm out and about, what did I do with it? Here it is. This is beard oil that I use. And this stuff right here smells. It's got like I guess the only way I can describe it smells like old barbershop like quartet oil. If you can imagine what that smells like, that's what it smells like. It's like a lot of spice and it smells really good. This guy's dedicated, man.
Oh yeah. There was one earlier that says I am the leader of the Attack Clan.
It's awesome, man. So yeah, My wife don't like me to shave. Said it messes up. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, see, that's you got to do what the old lady likes.
How convinced were you that Georgia was going to win the SEC championship? Basically, the only thing that I had was the stats that I had seen so far, and based off the stats that I've seen, if you take the Alabama logo off the helmet, and you say, this team scored, this team beat this team by this much, so you say this team beat Florida by 2 points, Georgia beat Florida by 20 points, this team beat Auburn in quadruple overtime by 2 points. But they only scored 10 points in all the regulation. And I'm like, Georgia hung like 20 point gap between Georgia and Auburn. What about Tennessee? Well, they beat Tennessee by a touchdown and it come down to the last minutes of the game. Okay. Georgia absolutely blew out Tennessee. And I'm like, yeah, if you look at that, I mean, how can anybody objectively say that team should beat Georgia? Anybody with any common sense would say no. The only people that were saying yes were fans of Alabama. Roca Entertainment says, Big Dog Brett, I'm streaming right now trying to get my subscribers to sub to you. I appreciate that, sir. I don't exactly know who Roca Entertainment is, but, you guys can welcome to go over there and check that out. And if somebody you like, go check them out. Bama blowed out the Vols. Is that true? I thought that was like a 7-point game.
I mean, it ended up being a blowout, but it was like into the fourth quarter when it was still a game.
Yeah, let me pull that up real quick because I don't want to trash talk inappropriately here. The Tennessee game was 52-24, but you guys scored 28 points in the fourth quarter. So 52 minus 28 is 24 points. So, that was super close until the last quarter. And Tennessee was winning at half. Tennessee was still winning at the beginning of the fourth quarter. So with and then after that, a pick six and a few other things, it got carried away. Yes, y'all blew them out, but during the course of that, he got me. He gave a comment and then he's like, yeah, I'm streaming on my channel. And then he started spamming. Pretty good. Still living rent free in this guy's head, man. Alex MLD, where you been, brother? On the way to beat at Bama's to open up the offense. I agree. 100%.
Yeah, a lot of things got to change before that game. That second
Godfather D says, Brett, do you agree that Kirby's not too good whenever it comes to picking out quarterbacks? That's his Achilles heel. It would certainly appear so. He needs to let the offensive coordinator pick the quarterback. That's what he should do. Sup, brother?
To me, that's handicapping Monken.
Well, there you look at Stetson, and he does fine in non-conference games. Actually, does pretty good. But when you put him up against some stiffer talent, man, he really seems to struggle. So, if this is your first time here, you're watching this. If you're watching it live, go ahead and hit the like button and appreciate that. I think we got about 60-something people in here. We got 33 thumbs up. We can probably get that a little higher. That helps the algorithm to get the channel out to other people. Also, you can become a member. You can share. You can subscribe. You can do super chats. You can do PayPal, all kind of stuff. One ways to support the channel. Come make sure you stick around in the off season. Got a lot of content we cover in the off season, stuff that will make you a more informed college football fan. Hold on. Read that for me, D4.
Quit talking Alabama, Willie. You making us look bad.
Oh my goodness, man. Y'all, this is a down year for Bama. Roll Tide. Apparently this guy only has a couple of keys on his keyboard that work. I'm not sure why that is.
Same with us. Mix it up.
Yeah. So throw in some M's and some L's and some J's and some asterisks. Give me some wing dings or something, man. Throw something in there. Good Lord. Hey, do me a favor every time, since you have so much fun here, every time you make one of these fake accounts, hit the like button. And when you get banned, I get to keep the like. Oh, there's about 80-something people in here now. Man, he's made a lot of fake accounts quick, hasn't he?
Let's go.
Let's go.
I will say Stetson Bennett is great. I mean, a master at the underthrown get a pass interference call.
Oh, yeah, he's about half our yardage come off of that. Yeah, about half our yardage come off of that for sure. For sure. When you got this is what I don't understand. So Georgia's got an absolutely incredible talent with JT Downs. I've been saying that for quite some time, but at some point, basically it just come down to Georgia playing against. He's gonna play. You got to play Bennett, so you might as well try to get behind him, and then you sit there and watch him start screwing up. It's like you need an elite quarterback. You don't really have a choice.
No, he's not gonna win you a game if they sell out to stop your run. Bennett's not gonna win it for you.
Wait a minute. So I want to know what got this. Where's it at? Hold on. There it is. Real Talk Roll Tide says, please tell Uncle Lou to shut up. First of all, if you know anything about Uncle Lou, telling Uncle Lou to shut up is going to have the exact opposite effect. If you tell Lou, shut up, you're finna unleash a tirade, sir. He's finna go ham on you. He's too witty and he's too smart to just be like, okay, I'm going to shut up. That's just not who he is. He's finna hand it to you. So, yeah, that's going to have the opposite effect. We're going to talk about this for sure. Sparky Show, thank you for Super Chat, sir. He found the Super Chat button. Appreciate that, Sparky Show. Let's see here. The spam man is back. Spam. Somebody posted something up here. Here it is. You guys barely play. No, excuse me. You guys barely play Pickens, but he meant barely. I know what he meant. I do that too. I'll say that. I do that too sometimes. So yes, we barely played Pickens. I was actually on Celine Driver's stream earlier today and made that same comment. If he was good enough to play the last week of regular conference play against Georgia Tech, and or regular season play, and then he was good enough to play in the SEC championship game, why wasn't he played much more? That doesn't make any sense.
Because one thing I will say, that, and I noticed it from watching Lou as well, is how they swap in and out every 5 play or 2 plays, 3 plays.
Who does?
I got to take a phone call real quick.
Okay. So first of all, I'm not going to I would never tell Lou to shut up. Number of reasons, that's just not who I am. Number 2, most of the time Lou has a pretty good reason behind what he's saying. And you're just after a bunch of headache with that. He's entitled to his opinion just as anybody else. You don't have to like it, but if you don't like it, don't watch it. Brett, notice guys that get healthy eventually come back after a long time, except the quarterback. Yeah. Demir, I guess that's how you say your name. I don't want to say your name wrong, sir. I hope that's correct. He said Bennett didn't have no weapons. Are you saying he had nobody to throw to, nobody to hand off to, or he himself has no talent? Not sure which one you mean there, sir. But what I will do is I will post a link in the comment section here. If you'd like to come on, we can certainly discuss it. A good quarterback will make his weapons. Swapping players don't matter if you can't win. There's something to that too. Our corners and our QBs are the weakest link in our team. I'd have to agree. I'd absolutely have to agree. We're very young at some of those positions. We've definitely got some work to do at some of those positions, but you're never going to have a football team that's 100% at every position. That's never going to happen. Even Alabama can't do that. So, yeah. Florida or UCF? Florida currently doesn't have a head coach who's been there for more than a day or two. UCF is not a Power 5 school. It really depends on which Florida shows up. Florida may show up and tear their heads off. I'm going to pull for Florida just because they're an SEC team. But, yeah. I'm gonna take an SEC team in pretty much every bowl game because the history has shown us that SEC teams just tend to win more. They just do. Hate to say it, and I told Lou this. UGA ain't got it like 2 and Jalen. Oh, that's no doubt. They swapped to JT on games notice. It'll be worse. I disagree 100%, sir. JT is checked out at his point. That may be the case. What's going on, Demir? Is that right? Is that how you say it?
We can live with that. It's Dimir, but thanks for having me.
Hey, I got no problem, man. Dimir.
I'll be quick. So, actually, I'm an Alabama fan, but I am a fan of your show. At least,
I appreciate it. Thank you.
You're consistent, so I will say that you call like you see it. But
you can consistently be bad. I do that too, you know. So,
so I mean, I feel like Bennett, like, and you've been right. Bennett, he is who he is, but he's played a good game, right? Yep. I'm in sales, so let's say I have a quota. My quota's 30 cars a month, right? And out of nowhere, peak season, you're expecting me to do 60 cars a month. That's just it's not my repertoire. I mean, yes, he threw picks, but I mean, Tom Brady threw a pick to a defensive lineman. We gonna say Tom's not the GOAT? It happens. It's the game we play. What I really feel like it is just I think we got Kirby shook, and you guys had everything. You had the run game. We worked, and you guys did the check down to your running backs. That was working. You didn't go back to it. And I mean, as far as Pickens, like you said it, he's good enough to play, and he produced when he was in the game. Why are there more packages in?
So here's my thing. All right, so let me put this out there to you like this. If you've got a quarterback who's elite, right? Let's say you have an elite quarterback. He by himself can make let's see here. This idiot right here. Let's do this. 1 second.
What are you doing?
Trying to look up something here real quick. All right, so let me point this out to you. If you've got a 5-star quarterback who's absolutely killing it, he can make 3-star receivers look like money, right?
Okay.
Let me give you a prime example. You ever watch? Are you a basketball fan at all?
I am.
Okay. You may have heard of this guy, Michael Jordan, right?
Give or take.
Give or take. Heard of Michael Jordan? You ever heard of Scottie Pippen?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Have you ever heard of Dennis Rodman?
Yes.
Okay. At one point, all 3 of those guys were on the same team, right? Was Dennis Rodman known for his offensive capability?
No, he was a role player.
He was a role player. His job was to go get rebounds, right?
Mm-hmm.
Dennis, you know why Dennis Rodman played on the Bulls?
He was a role player.
Because Michael Jordan wanted him.
Okay.
Michael Jordan told Phil Jackson, I want Dennis Rodman, go get him. And he did. So because he went and got them, look at how many championships they won because of Dennis Rodman. Michael Jordan, go look at how many rings they got after Rodman joined the team. You want me to tell you?
No, I know.
That many. 3.
It was a lot.
Okay. And guess what happened when Dennis Rodman left the team? They didn't get them rings no more. Okay. So Michael Jordan, greatest basketball player of all time, was made look so much better by having a player on his team that helped that.
Mhm.
We don't have the greatest quarterback of all time. He's being bailed out by the great receivers we have. Jermaine Burton is an elite talent.
He is.
Karis Jackson is an elite talent. Brock Bowers is an elite talent.
He is.
James Cook is an elite talent.
He
Zamir White is an elite talent.
True.
Darnell Washington is an elite talent.
Mhm.
Anybody with two brain cells to rub together could get the stats he's got with those guys on the field.
But Kirby's been a running he's been having a running offense since he got there.
Oh, I'm not bragging on Kirby. You got it just the other way around.
I mean, but them guys play a role. They're not calling the plays for you neither, right? I mean,
well, the game plan is to throw to Bowers, to throw to Karis, to throw to Jermaine, throw to Dominic Bell. And by the way, I think all but one of these guys I'm naming is a 5-star.
Mhm.
Now, you explain to me how you've got 5 stars all over the field and you put up generic, mediocre South Carolina quarterback stats. It's because you truly suck and they're bailing you out. If you were an elite college football quarterback and you had those guys to throw to, they'd be killing it. Let me put it to you this way. If you had Ruggs, Waddle, and Devontae Smith, all as receivers on Georgia, they could make any quarterback look good, period. You throw it in the zip code that those guys are in, 50-50 balls are not 50-50 balls. They're like 80-20 balls. Those guys were that good. So just take my word for it that the talent that Georgia has, for instance, go back and look at the games where George Pickens played with Stetson Bennett and then where George Pickens played with JT Daniels.
I mean, I trust me. Pickens, I coached him in when he did 707. So he's a dog. He is a dog. So I understand that.
He's an animal. He's a beast.
Yes.
So for me, when I see a walk-on quarterback who wasn't good enough to get on the field, who has to transfer to JUCO, play for a year to get 3-star status to come back to Georgia to play backup, that was third-string backup in Georgia's spring game this year, play behind JT Daniels, and all of a sudden this is our guy? No. You're counting on this elite talent that we've got around him to bail him out, just like with Jake Fromm. When Jake Fromm had elite talent around him, we went to a natty. Guess what happened the next year whenever all those guys went pro? His stats went to crap because he didn't have elite talent to throw to. Everybody talked about how good Jake Fromm was, but it wasn't Jake Fromm. It was the people catching the ball. And I'm sorry, but if you have me throwing to George Pickens, I could get out there and drink a case of Bud. And I could throw that ball blindfolded in his general direction with 2 to 3 people guarding him, and I'd still put my money on George Pickens to catch it. But guess who gets the completion stat? The drunk idiot over here. You see what I'm saying?
Absolutely. I understand.
In my opinion, the elite talent we have is bailing him out.
That's fair. I mean, that's more fair.
Now, can you just imagine what would happen if Georgia had a Mac Jones or a Joe Burrow or a Tua or a Jalen or a Bakerfield?
Yeah.
Guess what? We got one. I don't know how much you know about JT Daniels, but JT Daniels was in the same class as guess who?
Mostly all of them, yeah.
That's
being shown.
He played for Ohio State. His name was Justin Fields. And the other guy, his name was Trevor Lawrence. The top 3 rated quarterbacks in the country in the same classification was Trevor Lawrence, Justin Fields, and JT Daniels. JT Daniels was number 1 in the other classification before he reclassified.
True.
But you going to tell me a walk-on is better than this guy? A guy who had over 14,000 yards in passing in high school and something like 72 touchdowns, something ridiculous like that. That guy, Stetson's better than that guy, but he puts up these kind of numbers. Come on, man.
Now, all that, and again, I'm not disagreeing, but all it's being shown in practice. players are going. If he is, we hear players are going to speak up like, Coach, he ain't. Especially if you got a person like Pickens and Cook, they know who is and who ain't, and they're going to say, if you want to get to this level, that has to be shown. So I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying something other than bailing them out is shown there that we're not privy to as well.
Well, let me ask you a question. And if you've and I've coached a little bit of football over the years. I'm sure you've probably coached or been around some stuff.
Mm.
I've seen players that look mediocre to lackadaisical in practice, and you put them on the field and you go, what happened? Where did that come from? I ain't never seen this guy.
Yeah.
Case in point, we had a kid named Musco. Middle school football kid, right? Running back. Careless. Couldn't motivate him. You can make him do bear crawls. You can make him do jumping jacks. You can make him run up and hill. He didn't care. He was gonna move at the same dead blasted speed. That's all he was gonna do. Mm-hmm. And then one time, our primary running back, Davison got a cramp and he had to come out. We put Musco in. What happens? Next play, Musco goes right up the gut, breaks 3 tackles, runs 40 yards for a touchdown. I look at Coach Sturdivant and I went, what just happened? He goes, I don't know. I said, okay, well, next time we go back in, I'm going to run him again. Let's give Davison a rest. He said, okay. Now, Davison had been our go-to guy. I mean, he's pretty consistent. You know, we knew what we had in him. Next time we put it in, first play, he gets about 6 yards, handoff. Second play, takes it to the house. The kid, and long story short, the kid ended up getting 5 touchdowns in one game, 5 rushing touchdowns in one game. 5 after halftime. And continued that kind of performance all the way to the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
Some players perform when you put them on the field. They don't necessarily perform in practice. JT Daniels, we saw him last year. He had a 400-yard game. Another game, he had 396. Never like 2 or 3 other games, he had well over 300 yards. Look at the yardage that we had in those games whenever George Pickens was in there. Look at how many yards George Pickens had. And I don't care what you see in practice. If you know that's the potential, that's what you put in. In my opinion, they've been playing Stetson Bennett because they want a quarterback that's not going to lose them the game. Well, guess what happens? When you don't have an elite quarterback playing against an elite quarterback, your elite quarterback can't stay on the field long enough to stop the elite quarterback from being out there scoring touchdowns.
So pretty much,
in my opinion, if you want to compete against an elite quarterback, you got to have one. Stetson Bennett has been here since roughly 1937. This is as good as he's going to get. That's it. He is at the peak. He is at the pinnacle. He is at the Listen, my big behind could get out there and train for 30 years. I will never be as fast as Usain Bolt. It ain't going to happen. I will reach my pinnacle. I will plateau, and that's as high as I'm going to go. I don't care how much steroids I sniff. I don't care how much orange juice I drink or how much vitamin Flintstones I eat. But I will tell you this, whatever that number is, Bennett's there. That's it. That's all you got. It's time to put JT in, turn the man loose, and let him do what he does. I would rather fail at this point with JT Daniels in spectacular fashion against Michigan than beat Michigan with Stetson Bennett and then go lose to the national championship to Alabama again. Period.
That's fair. I mean, that's fair.
Because at least I can say we knew it wasn't going to work with Stetson. We had to try JT. We couldn't win it with either one. I'm fine with that. I won't be happy that we didn't win a natty, but at least I know we will have tried everything we have. We will use every tool in the basket. We'll leave everything on the field. Every player play that we can play. Put Carson Beck in. Put Brock Vandegrift. Go down there and get Gunnar Stockton and throw him in. I don't care. But play somebody that you know has a chance to win because Stetson ain't it.
That's fair.
I'm not yelling at you. I'm not yelling at you. I'm just venting.
One last question, and again, because I'm not, I watched Georgia, but not to understand like your guys' method. I didn't understand. To me, how Davis looked. Just that 2 on and 2 off, and how he was gassed. Has that always been kind of his game plan? Running the ball, it's no question, grown man. But the fact that you can show any type of rushing ability, that to me that just and I'm talking the next level, that showed a different type of red flag.
Let me ask you a question, and I want you to be fair. I want you to be honest. If you watched Jordan Davis, did he look tired?
Yeah.
Or did he look like he wasn't trying?
Oh, wow. I mean,
that's a good question.
Yeah, I would leave that into the experts on that one. I mean,
well, let me ask you another question. Is it more likely that he wasn't trying because he was told, don't hurt yourself, we're in either way?
Oh no! Well, you're saying
why have him on the field though?
Yeah, well then you're saying on this game.
Hold on. Let me finish. Because there was still a possibility, and we all know it. We may not want to talk about it, we might not want to discuss it, but we all know that it was still possible for Alabama to get in this game, to get in the college football playoff, even with 2 losses.
Oh no way!
You don't think so?
No way.
You don't think so?
Every year they are looking for a reason to get us not in this, and we just haven't given it to them yet. But we've been close. But any when the LSU won it, I mean.
So no. Here's my thing. You ready? They played Alabama. Alabama was ranked number 2.
3.
Number 3.
Yeah.
Georgia ranked number 1.
Yep.
Okay. Alabama doesn't win that game.
Mm-hmm.
They possibly, not certainly, because this is all opinion based. They possibly only dropped to 4 if they play Georgia close.
7.
Nope.
7.
Nope. I didn't say guaranteed. I said possible.
Nah, I'll say 7 because you still got Notre Dame in the mix.
Notre Dame doesn't have a head coach. They take that into consideration. You can't have a team in the college football playoff that doesn't have a head coach. Come on. That's going to be a disaster. You got to keep in mind. You still got to keep in mind. See, you're thinking about just football. That's all you're thinking about is football. You got to think about the other flip side of this coin. There is a lot of money involved in all of these college football playoff games.
Mm-hmm.
Every time Notre Dame has showed up in the college football playoff, what's happened to Notre Dame?
Yeah, they got blown out. Yeah.
They got blown out like Lightning McQueen on the last lap. Right? Fair. He had 4 flats when he crossed the finish line, is what I'm saying. Every time we have seen any team that's not named Georgia, not named Alabama, and not named Clemson, they usually get blown out in the first round.
Yeah.
Usually. So they take Alabama's not their strength of football team, their strength of ratings. People can get mad if they want to.
And I mean,
this is a business. This is a multi-billion-dollar industry.
Agreed.
And if you think for 1 second that they're going to take a hit when they can make hundreds of millions of more dollars through TV contracts, honestly, who's going to sit around and watch Michigan versus Cincinnati?
Agreed.
Nobody's going to watch that game.
And to add to your point, that's why Bama was ranked 1, because realistically, we should be playing Georgia again if we're being realistic. But to your point, ratings wise,
Michigan should be, and this is people gonna get mad about this too. Michigan should be could or should be ranked number 1. You can make the argument either way. You can make Michigan, Alabama either way, because you could say Michigan's had a harder schedule than Alabama, and it's not hard to justify.
Yep.
And then they went out and won their national. They absolutely demolished, destroyed, demoralized Iowa.
Yep.
Alabama beat Georgia soundly.
Mm-hmm.
So you can make an argument either way, and I mean I understand where you could come from on either one. But I told people straight up and down, if Alabama wins this game, they will not put Georgia at 4. It will not happen.
No. storyline.
And the reason is because they don't want that game again, not back to back, because nobody wants to see that game again, back to back. What people want to see is they want to see two good teams. I had to explain this to a friend of mine today. This is what has happened now. Now that Alabama has won, you've got a potential rematch for Georgia-Alabama for the national championship. The one game that has pulled the most viewers out of any college football game in college football history was Georgia-Alabama, period, bar none.
True.
Number 2, Michigan finally gets over the hump, gets past OSU. They get into college football playoff. Jim Harbaugh's job is saved. His job is done. He doesn't have to do any more to hold on to the legacy there. Period. He made it to the college football playoffs. He's golden. You have a non-Power 5 school that finally got into the college football playoff, proving it could happen. Georgia beats Alabama for the SEC championship. We back up to 2017. Georgia wins the SEC championship. Alabama backdoors their way in with only one loss because they didn't play in the SEC championship. Guess who wins the national championship? Alabama. This year, you can reverse the roles and show the revenge, and it can end up being Michigan loses to Georgia, Cincinnati loses, but both of those teams finally made it to the playoffs, so you got your happy ending there, and then Georgia finally beats Alabama, and you get a storybook ending all the way around, and you got TV ratings as far as the eye can see. Call me a liar.
No. Yeah.
Now, if you want to make an argument for how football is not rigged, fine, but I will never say football is not influenced. I have seen too many bad calls. When we see 10 different angles on the Jumbotron, we back it up. We can watch it at home. We see the ball skip off the ground, but it's on the goal line and there's only a few minutes left and somehow that's a catch. Bruh, it ain't the officiating's that bad.
Mm-hmm.
Are you kidding me? The dude over there, hold on. The dude over there under a booth like this, right? Right? He like this. Why are you doing that? We can all see it. It ain't that hard, man. And I don't know what you looking at. You ain't the one that makes the call. The guy in the booth is the one that makes the call. So what are you even looking at? I've never understood that. You under here under the booth like this. You don't make the call at that point. The booth does. What are you even looking at? And you know the booth is looking at the same stuff we're looking at. And you're like, what happened? I don't know that. And the announcers lose their mind. They got that call wrong, Bob. I don't see how that happened.
Agreed.
Oh, my goodness.
That was definitely
call.
evidence.
Right?
So I don't want to lose your point when it comes to Davis, though. So you feel like he was told to take it easy.
So let me do this real quick. I can pull up on this.
And also expecting him to be fully healthy, too.
No, the only thing they're showing right now is just got a picture of him. Let me see if I can find it. I mean, there were times whenever he was getting pressure, but answer me this question. I don't know if he was told to just take it easy or whatever, but it certainly didn't look like his normal performance. You're not going to make me believe that a guy who can run nearly 20 miles an hour and he's 6'7", 340 pounds is tired in the first quarter because you guys went hurry up on about 8 snaps. That don't make sense. The man stands out there for an hour at a time. He's going to 40 or 50 snaps throughout the game. He's not going to get tired after a couple of snaps. That don't make sense. The linemen don't go that far. They don't run down the field after wide receivers. They're at the line of scrimmage. As a matter of fact, they usually don't go more than 5 yards because guess what? If a lineman goes more than 5 yards on a pass play, it's illegal man downfield. So 9 times out of 10, they're within 5 yards of the scrimmage line. They're ready to get back into formation. Those are not the guys we have a problem with. All that talk kind of seems suspect to me. Unless he got sick and they didn't tell anybody, I don't see it. Jordan Davis can absolutely motor. I've seen him hawk down quarterbacks, and so have you if you've watched him.
No, he's chased down running backs.
The guy's fast.
Going outside.
You can be that fast by being that out of weight.
Yeah.
Somebody's dying to jump in the chat over here. But, I mean, I get where you're coming from. I mean, I can understand, you know, I think the big reason a lot of people said Jordan Davis was tired was because they heard announcers say it. They weren't actually watching that man. If he was that tired in the first quarter, he's not going to be a starter all game. He's not going to be in there on nearly every snap. Not in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
That ain't going to happen.
And again, like I said, running plays, we discussed that, but the passing plays, it was.
I didn't kick him out. I'm cleaning my glasses. He dropped out. That wasn't me, y'all. I don't want to get blamed for that one.
That Alabama guy.
First thing they're going to say is I did it. I didn't do that.
The Alabama guy gets kicked out.
Right.
You know, I see where he's coming from. And again, I mean, you make a great point. I mean, because there were times that, you know, they cut away and it doesn't look like he's – I mean, you do make a good point, but there seemed like maybe he was just standing around. And I even had that question. I'm like – because, you know, he doesn't play – like I had a conversation tonight with a good friend of mine that's a Florida guy. And I hadn't talked to him since the game. And he even was, you know, kind of pointing it out. And I said, he doesn't play every snap. I mean, they're rotating. You know, is understandable because you want, you know, you got the guys and you can rotate in and out. But at the same time, I was just like, man, it's like, what's going on? It just seemed odd. You know what I mean? And like you said, I've seen him. I think it was a South Carolina game. The first time I saw him, they were stretching it out to the outside and he chased the guy down, you know, and he didn't come up, you know, looking gas. But that whole game, my brother, I don't even know. Somebody asked earlier today, I don't know if one of the YouTube dog channels, but said, or have Georgia fans gotten over the Alabama loss? And for me, I still haven't. That game was disappointing, you know, but it was just, the whole thing was suspect.
Yeah.
Especially there at the end. I mean,
hello.
Yeah, man. What's up?
But it was just, the whole thing was suspect. Especially there.
Yeah, I can hear you, man. Can you mute your other tab? Or...
How you doing?
Doing pretty good, man.
I hear you, man. Can you mute your other tab? How you doing? How you doing?
I'm doing good. Can you hear me okay?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
How you doing?
I'm doing good. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I can hear you. All right, you got two tabs going with sound on it. I need you to mute the YouTube tab for me.
Can I ask one question?
Absolutely.
Excuse me? Can I ask one question? Why y'all didn't say nothing about y'all quarterback none this season? Now when you lose, you want to talk about the quarterback. I thought you supposed to have the best defense in the world.
Well, we were, but apparently they didn't show up. But what I will tell you is that I have been advocating for JT Daniels the whole season. So I've been talking to that we needed JT Daniels. There's been multiple other people on my stream that have as well. So I know I'm not the only one. There are a lot of people out there that's been talking about, you know, how they wanted Stetson Bennett. I'm not one of them, and have not been. Now,
neither.
I had to get behind him and support him because that's who they was going to play. But that's not the guy I wanted.
Right.
Okay. What about y'all running attack that y'all had all year long? What happened to that?
For some reason, we were doing a really good job running the ball, and then our offensive coordinator decided to stop running the ball. All the Georgia fans were standing around scratching our head trying to figure out why they did that.
That's all I have for today. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you. All right. So that's that. His real name is Neo.
Interesting.
Well, we're going on about an hour and a half here. I got to shut it down. Really appreciate all you guys jumping on. Was there anything you wanted to cover real quick, Sniper?
No, man. I mean, you hit it all. I was getting on here late, and I tell you, I haven't given up on the dogs. There's still a chance. Again, like I said, I was talking to that buddy of mine from Florida, and how many Division I teams would love to be where Georgia is right now, or have the season?
All
I think
about 3.
Yeah, right. So, that being said, it's not that we're not happy that we had the season, but you and I and all true Georgia fans know that the frustration you got. Literally, you got an NFL quarterback just sitting on the sidelines.
Yeah,
and you're not going to beat an elite team with a non-elite quarterback.
Yeah. That's just a fact. You got to have elite offense too. If your defense has a bad game, which clearly Georgia did, they didn't have the right game plan for Alabama, and Alabama took advantage of it, and rightfully so.
Absolutely.
Daimir, thank you for joining the channel, sir. I appreciate it. You're welcome on any time. Seems to kind of know your stuff. I appreciate that. If you guys made it this far, make sure that you hit the thumbs up. It's much appreciated. You guys are awesome. Really, really appreciate you guys being on. We'll have more talk and some more videos about this, these upcoming games, especially college football games. I'm going to make a video for each game, not necessarily the bowl games, but for the college football playoffs. Those will have theirs on as well. If you guys want to share information in the chat down there, hurry up and do so, because I'm fixing to shut it down. You guys saw me get on my soapbox tonight. I normally don't do that, but I had to get on it.
Hey, I'm going to jump off. Good night, man.
All right, brother. Appreciate it.
All right. Yeah, be safe.
You too, man. All right, guys. I really appreciate you guys jumping on. We're gonna call it a night. Got some other stuff to do. You guys are awesome. I look forward to talking to you guys soon. And as usual, have a great day. God bless. Go Dogs.
Bro.
Choose your character. Player 1. Shine. Player 2. Activation. Level 1. Arcade dwellers. Bonus round. Let's go. Go.
man.